The families of Brandy Escamilla and Josilyn Ruiz, who were shot and killed last summer at a music festival at the Gorge Amphitheater, are now suing the event organizer. The lawsuit claims Live Nation failed to enforce safety policies to ensure firearms and illegal drugs were not present at the festival. Tonight, we spoke with the attorney representing the victims' families. He says Live Nation failed.
They continue to put profits over safety, and they put their festival goers in harm's way. They completely failed to have adequate security screening. They failed to have canine weapon sniffing dogs at the check-in. They had an overall failure in security at not only the concert venue, but also the campground. And all of these failures directly led to this situation where a man was allowed to bring in weapons and ammunition and get extremely intoxicated on hallucinogenic drugs. And he lost his mind and started firing his weapon. And Live Nation could have and should have prevented all of this.
James Kelly is accused of shooting and killing the two Seattle nurses. Kelly was an active duty soldier at Joint Base Lewis McChord at the time. Prosecutors say he had taken hallucinogenic mushrooms before the festival, and once the drugs kicked in, he started thinking the world was ending. Kelly was shot and injured by Moses Lake police officers and taken into custody. He's now charged with 2 counts of murder and is set to go on trial in August.
This one's actually pretty straightforward as far as common sense goes. If you're Live Nation, you've been putting on concerts for decades, and they have an obligation to provide security. They know what they're doing. They know how much security should be required for any given show at any given venue because they've been doing it forever. They do have a legal obligation to make that event safe for everyone that attends. I mean, they are making money from it, and part of that, includes the requirement to make it safe. Not a real big leap in imagination. They clearly failed to do so when, somebody comes in with a loaded firearm and is doing drugs, getting drunk, doing whatever they're doing, and opens up fire on somebody. I mean, this was easily preventable, and it does sound like it was a complete failure on their part. And again, it does have the, putting profits over people and safety. It's bad optics on this one. If I was Live Nation, I'd start settling this case. As far as what level of security should they provide, I think it kind of depends on each event and what they can reasonably expect. If you're going to a heavy metal show, yeah, you might, want to provide metal detectors, things like that. Whether it's any kind of hip hop show or things with kids, that there's going to be a lot of drinking. Even some of the country shows, it's very, common or foreseeable that people are going to drink too much. Or certain shows, people are going to be doing some kind of drugs. And all that stuff is very predictable if you're in that kind of industry. And that, I think, determines what is required for the security, not just the number, but what kind of things that they should implement, whether it's metal detectors, dogs, or just additional people. This one is pretty straightforward and sounds like a complete fail. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.